good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell,
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
Goedemorgen and welcome back. Today, we're counting down the top 10 weirdest things that you might find in a Dutch grocery store. Starting with one that caused us a lot of stress when we moved here. Number 10. This one's been mentioned in our other grocery store video, but here in the Netherlands and in a lot of other countries here in Europe, you have to pass through security gates both when you go in and then when you leave the grocery store. But the catch is, to exit, you'll need to have your receipt to actually get the gates to open. So be sure to remember that when you're checking out at the grocery store.
For a second, I'm like, we got that. You know what I mean? Like, we would walk through and it will beep if you got something that still got the tag on it. Things of that nature. But to actually use a receipt to open up a gate to get out.
I mean, you can't steal.
You can't steal.
I like that.
One way in, one way out. Oh, mad protective. I like it.
Also, you might be presented with a confusing and stressful situation if you went to the store but didn't actually end up buying anything. But fret not, there's probably
like if you have to go back to your car.
You locked in.
The reason for these gates is obviously to prevent theft. They don't open from the inside, which is why you need to have a receipt or you need to ask an employee when you're leaving the store if you didn't buy anything. Okay, now let's talk about why those sugary drinks might be costing you a lot more than you think.
Number 9. If you find yourself purchasing bottles of juice, soda, or water, you might notice that they're a little bit more expensive than you might expect. And that's because there's an additional 15-cent tax added to each item. This is called statiegeld. This is to discourage the use of plastics and also encourage recycling. But the good thing is you can keep those empty bottles and return them to the store and get your 15 cents back.
Get it
and
back.
A lot of people actually do this. And when you're in the grocery store, you might notice people walking around with huge bags full of bottles. And that's probably what they're doing.
You're getting the 15 cents.
Oh, yeah.
That's really dope. But it's sad here because I feel like that culture died. When we was young, we would collect cans. And we would literally go get change for it. But now it's like, that is not even an idea, not even a thought.
Not widespread. It's either the family who does it, or there's like businesses who have like programs where you can bring in plastic bags or cans and you'll have free admission. Yeah. Things like that. So.
But we do have, and I don't think a lot of people know this, but we do have around Mardi Gras, you can collect beads and resell them. And you can get paid for it that way.
To the stores.
I don't think a lot of people know about that. So if you don't, I think that's a cool gem to look out for coming this Mardi Gras season.
If you're familiar with the cereal aisle in an American grocery store, then you can easily visualize this next one.
Number 8. Aside from cheese, the Dutch are also pretty well known for their love of potatoes, whether it's in a Stamp Pot or it's frites. And you'll see that reflected in the grocery store aisles as well. You can get nearly any shape of potato pre-cut in the grocery store.
Oh, I love it.
And they have tons of pre-seasoned potatoes too, along with mashed and rotten. All fresh in the refrigerated section. And this is a stark contrast.
But I feel like
it just look different.
Yeah, see-through. But I feel like from a potato being sliced, going straight to the grease is different from a bag of potato that's been frozen and been sitting. For me, it's different. I just taste the difference. The freshness, So how fresh cut are these? Are they like bag of lettuce that's been sitting on the counter for like 2 days, 3 days tops, and then they switch it out?
Or is it daily?
Or is it frozen product that they put up there and left frozen until someone buys it out?
Oh my gosh. No.
The grocery stores in the United States, where 90% of the potatoes that you're going to find are actually in the frozen section. Oh, and if you're looking for the whole kind of potato, they have those too. Now, let's talk about something you don't see much of in grocery stores here.
Number 7. Tampons without applicators are way more popular in the Netherlands than they are in the US, and that's probably because they're less expensive and better for the environment. But if it's not something you're used to, you might walk into a grocery store looking for tampons with applicators and they're nowhere to be found. In fact, a lot of the pharmacy and self-care items can be found at the grocery store. They just have a very limited selection of them. So if you're looking for something specific like tampons with applicators, you're going to want to visit a drugstore like Atos or Kruidvat, and you're going to find it there. Okay, if you've ever wanted to make fresh juice in the middle of a grocery store, you're going to love this next one.
Grocery stores in the Netherlands have an orange juice machine. Yep, you can make your own orange juice fresh and right in the middle of most grocery stores.
What's that store?
I don't know. This is
Whole Foods have that.
Whole Foods has that. Okay, this is very convenient. I like that.
Yeah, we love fresh products.
Stores here. I'm actually not sure that orange juice is more popular here than anywhere else. Like, when we go to Japan, everyone drinks orange juice there.
All the time.
But there's a fresh orange juice machine in most of the supermarkets that we've been to here. And besides orange juice, there's still a bunch of other fruit juices. They're either in the aisles or they're in the refrigerated section like you would expect.
Fresh.
We've actually never used this machine, and I actually don't think I've ever seen anyone use the machine when we're at the supermarket. So if you're one of the people that use this fresh orange juice machine, let us know in the comments. And I guess also let us know, is it that much better than the orange juice that you would buy from the refrigerated section? It probably is.
Yeah,
it's fresh.
It's gotta be. There's
it's
squeezing that orange right there.
Anyway, let us know in the comments. All right, now let's talk about a Dutch delicacy for those on the go.
Number 5. Another Dutch food staple is herring, a raw herring that goes through a pickling process and is typically served alongside some raw onions.
I just ate this in our GeoGuessr video.
And usually you'll find these stands outside of train stations or maybe inside of the weekend markets, and it's not just a tourist thing. A lot of locals really enjoy herring. Did you know that? But I was kind of shocked that you could find the herring inside of the grocery store because it's actually like in the fish section, packaged and served with the raw onions inside of it.
Yeah, so you could take it on the train with you.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I would ever have a hankering for herring that was strong enough where I'm like inside of Albert Heijn. I'm like, I gotta get this now.
But if you do, it's there for you.
Yeah, he tried it and was actually said it was okay.
Okay.
Right?
Like the ready-made foods
if you're
that we have in the store. Especially H-E-B have them.
So it's not raw? The picture he showed...
That what he just ate did kind of look raw. I don't know.
And here's a comparison. Vienna sausages in a can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fish.
Tuna fish.
Sardines.
But no one eating tuna fish out the can.
Some people are.
Are they?
The little packages.
Oh, see, I'm not a tuna fish fan, and
Right.
you know that.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, Vienna sausage is like one of those rawest
Sardines. People
cans.
eat
Sardines too.
Right out the can.
I seen it on cartoons growing up, man. How they was pull the fish out the can and eat it like that.
Yeah.
But hey, okay.
If you like it, we love it, baby.
And to spice up your next sandwich, this might be just the thing you're looking for.
Number 4. When we moved to the Netherlands, we were fully prepared to be introduced to a bunch of new cheese products that we weren't familiar with, like maybe some sort of cheese spread or some sort of new flavor of cream cheese. But this is one I'm still not sure I fully understand, and that's all of these flavored spreads. Upon further investigation, it seems like they're all just types of egg salads. So you can have like a farmer-style egg salad or a chicken mango egg salad or even a hot wing egg salad. But this section of the grocery store is actually pretty big, and so much, in fact, that most of the local grocery brands here have their own house brands for this stuff. And they also make vegan versions of the most popular flavors. We are really curious about this stuff. It seems like it's really popular here, so we are going to try it in our next video.
Not bad.
Pray for us.
Not bad.
Okay, so our Dutch people, right? Do y'all eat a lot of sandwiches? And if so, come on with the recipes. Y'all already know we love to eat.
Yeah, we got one sandwich that we came across and we've been eating it like crazy.
For real.
It's really, really good too, by the way. But yeah, put that in the comment section.
Yeah. That's what it seems like with all the spreads that y'all like.
Mm-hmm.
Sandwiches are, I don't know if y'all would put that on a bagel. I don't know.
Which leads me to a question that I want to ask at the end of the video.
Okay.
But hopefully I remember it, so let's get into it.
Everyone here is going to be like, what are they talking about? We eat this stuff all the time. It's not weird, but...
Have you ever had egg salad before?
Yes, in Japan.
Oh, right.
In our 7-Eleven video that no one watched. And next, here's a good tip for you if you're looking for not fresh vegetables in the grocery store.
Number 3. In the US, when we weren't buying fresh vegetables, we would usually buy frozen or canned vegetables. And coming to the Netherlands, we quickly realized that there are very few canned vegetables here, and most of them actually come in jars. After a few quick Google searches, I really couldn't find a reason for this. I mean, they look quite nice because you can see what's inside the jar. And another thing that I really love about this is you can actually just use the jar afterwards for things like salad dressing or pasta sauces at home. And we have a ton of these inside of our cabinet right now.
Trust me, we know about taking back the containers and filling it up with things too, y'all. Trust me, we've been there. We've done that.
People are going to watch this one and be like, yeah, okay, so canned vegetables are just in jars? That's really number 3 on their list?
Yeah, I mean, it is. Because, like, also, there's a... Hang on. I will say, though,
Cut us some slack,
the jar things, like, it kind of makes it seem like fancy, don't you think?
It is fancy.
It looks really nice, and it's glass. And like honestly, in the U.S., they phased out a ton of glass stuff in the grocery store, and it's all shoved into plastic. So I don't know. It seems fancy. This next one might be why your grocery bill is so high.
Oh.
I don't know about that one. Maybe that's regional, because there's still a lot of like glass. No, like glass products. Vegetables that's in cans, like banana peppers, olives, like pickles. Like we still have that, so maybe that's regional.
They got different styles of tomatoes that they make. Yeah, and they'll put it into a jar as well. Yeah, right. But it's not. I guess it does look more. It has more of a fancy look when you see the shelf full of glass vegetables and full of glass food products. But for us, we have it more like section, you know what I'm saying? It's where you can barely see it, but it blends in with everything else in about because of the color scale.
Now, we are people who grew up with a lot of canned goods in our homes. You know, baby, you never know what's going to happen. Okay?
Rack them up.
But us as the new parents, we have maybe like a very slim selection of canned goods in our home. Compared to how we grew up, and that's just a personal preference. So even
growing up, like with school, they would ask us if you guys have extra canned goods at home, bring it in for donations, bring it in for extra points, and even going into different events that they have around your neighborhood or around the city, you can get into things free because you brought canned goods. So
canned goods,
it's still a popular thing here.
Yeah, I think it's still popular, but I don't think like we phased out of glass products.
No.
I have not personally ran across a plastic product of vegetables.
But I think it's to the scale.
Yeah.
Of how they just showed it in the video with the amount of glass and how neat and
it did look fancy.
Abundance of it. They got a lot more, you know.
Number 2. In the Netherlands, organic and non-organic produce are found in the same section. So this means when you're in the vegetable section, you're going to see 2 cucumbers, 2 celeries, and so on. Now, if you're in a rush, this might be a little confusing because you just run in, you just grab a vegetable, and it might end up being the organic one, which you have to pay more for.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely have purchased like a €3 cucumber before by accident.
Yeah, that's good to know. Very good.
The reason for this is probably just to better use the space in a grocery store, since the grocery stores here tend to be on the smaller side.
Yeah, all that said, is huge too.
Be sure to just make sure when you're buying fruits and vegetables at the grocery store that you're buying the one that you came in to buy. Not either one that isn't organic or one that is more expensive than what you're expecting. This is number 2. Michelle wrote this.
Do you want to write the list?
And finally, the weirdest thing about a Dutch grocery store. Number 1.
You have to pay in euros. It's so weird.
You have to pay in euros.
They won't take my US dollars.
They won't take our US dollars. It's so weird.
Number 1. Now, imagine this. You're on your way home from work and you need to stop by the grocery store. And it's about 6 o'clock in the evening. And you walk in, you walk up to the bakery section, and it looks like this.
Oh.
This is actually quite common because grocery stores in the Netherlands have their bread either baked in store or sent from a factory that same day. And due to the lack of preservatives, they don't really just like sit in the back of the grocery store, so there's not a surplus stock. So many times in the evening, you'll be left with next to nothing or just the really unpopular bread types.
Yeah, but look at the bright side. You get to figure out what the unpopular bread types are here in the Netherlands.
This is actually how I found all of the breads that are my least favorite.
Yeah, and our favorites.
It's true.
We're like, oh, well, I mean, if everyone's eating this first, then I guess we should be too.
So to avoid this, many people grocery shop in the mornings or the afternoons, or if they see their favorite kind of bread, they'll actually just buy a bunch of it and then they'll throw it in the freezer and thaw it out as needed.
Yeah,
and that's it. That's the official bun-charted list of the weird or quirky things that we've run into here at the grocery stores in the Netherlands.
All right, y'all. Make sure you guys go check that channel out. So I remember my question, and she kind of went on ahead and answered it a little bit, but I want to get a little more detail. I know that you guys know that we shop in bulk, and I know y'all have a huge bite culture.
Yeah.
So preferably for you guys, would you rather shop in bulk off of the way you guys groceries are set up and whatnot, or do y'all take the trunk, fill it up, and then go back, or do you take the bike fill it up a little bit, and then go back to the spot. So I would like to see you guys' comments of that.
Yeah, they're definitely taking the bike. They
you believe so? The bikes? Yeah, that's cool. All right.
Okay, so when it comes to the bread, I actually like that they do that because I have ran into some times where I will go and shop for some bread, and we look at expiration dates. Got to. And it's something that's already expired. Somebody ain't do their job. Come take this off the shelf.
And what's so scary about those expired breads? They take it off the shelf and they put it on top of a container, like not a container, but a rack with wheels on it, and then they put a new sticker on it, and they let you know that it's expired. But it's still purchasable.
You still can buy it.
You still can buy it for a day though. So if you got like 24 loaves of bread in there, you really gotta eat it all in that one day.
Right. And our grocery stores actually have an abundance of breads. Like the bread that they don't make in store. They do have the option where they make it in store, but like, you know, the name brand bread. And they put it in the freezer. And you could tell it's been in the freezer because like if you go early in the morning or late at night, you'll see them put it on the shelf and it's cold.
I would say our bakery is fresh when it comes to certain products, like the donuts.
It is.
They are putting fresh items on the racks. Yeah. But when it comes to the aisles and the bread, that's by loads and trucks and yeah. So.
All right, y'all.
Yes, sir.
We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.